Now, the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana fears of a possible food shortage in the colleges of education as feeding grants remain stagnant despite the persistent rise in the cost of living. Since 2018, the colleges are paid some 7 cedis daily for 3 square meals for each student. This, the students say, has actually resulted in the reduction in the quantity and also the quality of the food served in the various institutions. Well, fortunately, we've been joined now by the president of the association, Jonathan Juno, who's joining us, raising some concerns of a possible shortage that may hit campus in the coming days. Jonathan, tell us about it. What's your fear really about food on campus? Is it about the size, or you are much more concerned about the funding?
Thank you very much. I think it has to do with the two. If the size and then the funding.
I'm sorry, but is it not the case that you, the teacher trainees, just love, food so much that you can't bear with the government in these trying times? I'm sorry for hurting your feelings, but...
It's not about we liking food, but the fact is that for some time, we know the size of the food that we are fed with. So if it begins to reduce, it tells us that something is happening. And as I speak to you right now, if you go to some of the colleges, what happens is that if they eat rice today, tomorrow they take this, they eat rice. That tells you that something is happening. And our interaction with some management members tells us that it's all happening because they are not able to pay suppliers. Why? Because allowance has not been paid.
So break it down for us. Normally, what happens in terms of the feeding on campus? Do you have that directly coming through the bursaries, or it's deducted from the stipends that you receive at the end of every month?
So this is how it goes. The allowance is 400 cedis. So when it is paid, 200 goes directly to the colleges for feeding.
Mm-hmm. So if that amount goes there, so it is deducted from the amount you're referring to?
Yes.
So how come that you're complaining about the size? Probably the suggestion is that you do away with portions of your allowances so you could perhaps increase the quality of the food that you have served each time on campus.
No, that will not be the solution. If you say we should do away with a portion of our allowances, I don't understand what it means. I don't know if you are trying to say the 200 that comes to us should be reduced. I don't know if I'm getting it right.
Yeah. So how do we solve the problem? You're not willing to part away with the funding that you have. At least it's your stipend. It's supposed to be used for your upkeep. So the point is, if you're not happy about the quality of food you have, why not part away with it? I guess that's what I was suggesting. But beyond that, what do you feel as the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana to be the solution to that imminent food crisis that's about to hit you?
So what we are doing is that we are calling on government to as a matter of fact, pay the allowance, because it has been in arrears for 7 months now, 2021-2022 academic year. Allowance has been in arrears for 7 months. And then level 100s have done with their first semester. They've started the second semester, which they'll be finishing very soon. Level 400s are also done with their first semester, and they are about ending their second semester. And what is making it more complicated is that the level 400s will be graduating very soon, will be leaving the school system very soon. And then the allowance for this academic year has not been paid. So they're calling on government to step up processes to make sure that the allowance is paid so that principals can equally pay the suppliers. We are seeing decrease in size of the food because suppliers have not been paid and the food stock is going down. There is a reduction in the food stock. That is why the size that the students are fed with keep reducing.
And we're picking up as well that you may be holding a crunch meeting amongst the executives of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana. What's necessitating that?
So annually, the teacher trainee delegates from all the 46 colleges of education meets at the point, and then we look at what happens or all that are happening in the country.
Are you still with us, Jonathan? You were just making a point about the meeting that's scheduled to be held in the coming days. If you could just provide some clarity to that.
Yeah, so we meet every year, and then we look at all that's happening in the country as far as teacher education is concerned, and then we take decision, we serve stakeholders what we think should be done.
And what's going to be topical this time round? Is it also about the situation on campus in terms of the food shortage? Is that likely to come up?
Yes, we have a lot on our table. We have issues on teacher trainee allowance, infrastructure deficits in the colleges of education, posting, language barrier are not considered when posting is done. So these are some of the issues that we are going to look at.
What is it about the posting that you have challenges with as an association?
Yes, so this is what happened. You see, whenever posting is done, we've realized that teacher trainees, after graduating, are posted to communities that they cannot even speak the L1, the local languages within that community. They are not able to speak. And the children at the basic level sometimes find it difficult to speak the English language. And if you check our curriculum, it requires that the L1 should be blended with at the lower years, so that the students can actually understand what is being taught. But there's a situation where students, teacher trainees are posted to areas where they can't speak the local language, and the students are also not able to speak the English language at that level, which means that, yes, the curriculum requires that L1 should be taught, but our system is not allowing that to be done, which is creating a gap. And I think that as students, we need to
All right, then. We'll have to leave it here. That's Jonathan Junu, National President of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana. We're grateful, sir, for your time.